A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Here's Campazzo. Down low. Here's Garuba. The rebound by Horde. Pass to Musa. The three is up. Counted from distance.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Jokic. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. About a minute played here so far in the first. There's a screen. Here's Musa. No good from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Lloyd. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Deck. The rebound by Horde.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Jokic. Lloyd can't get it to go. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Here's Deck. Soft touch off the glass. Here's Lloyd. Here he goes. It's good. Lloyd's got his second bucket on the night.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Campazzo, pass to Deck. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Here's Lloyd from the high post. Deck with a rebound.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Three-pointer. Misses another, just 1 of 4 from the floor.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
And it's good. 2 points.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to Musa. Shoots. Deck. That's good. Deck's got his second basket of the game. Driving to the basket. Here's Horde from outside the arc. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
A minute 35 left to play in the first quarter. 2 open that time. They didn't look easy.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. 1:05 left to play in the first. Here's Lloyd. Puts up a 3. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. Deck passes to Garuba. Here they come with numbers in transition. It's stolen by Campazzo. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Deflected. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. .30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Musa. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First trip to the line for him here.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. There's the drive, and he lays it up and in. There's 10 seconds left in the first. Pass to Ibaka with 2 seconds left. Doesn't go that time. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Up by 3. And the second quarter is on. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to Gonzalez. To the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They set a pick. To the middle. Stolen. Here we go. Oh! Wow. And that one is hammered home.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
And he's going for the lob. He takes it in, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Pass to Randolph from downtown, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Got a hand on it, and that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. To the paint. Here's Hazonia, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And there's a pick. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And Hazonia pulls it down. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Offline from the top of the key.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Off target with the 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Ibaka. Here's Hazonia from behind the arc. He can't hit that time. Oh, deflected. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2.
And he drops the first. He does not get the second one. On the take. Here's Randolph. And the layup falls. Randolph's got 5 points in the quarter.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Here's Gonzalez. Hezonja. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Give him 8 points now.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Randolph. 51 seconds left in the first half. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Here's Gonzalez. Randolph grabs the miss. Off the mark there with a 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Hezonja. Back to Ibaka. Lets it fly. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They're up by 5. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Hey, folks, I like how they've been hitting the boards, man. Playing real hard. That's great sign for the second half.
Yeah, but the score is close. And if they want to put...
All right, and now that we... And that is going to do it for us. Let's get...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the 3. To the inside. Off with the layup. Here's Lloyd. Gets the 3 ball to go. Lloyd's got 7.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Garuba down low. Pass to Campazzo. Here's Musa. 4 on the clock. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
They set the pick. Jokibanis. Off target from 3-point range.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Deck. Here's Campazzo. No made baskets yet. Here's Deck. 4-3. That shot missing. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Connects from downtown. 5 points in the game.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Here's Lloyd. Yep, that one's good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Lloyd's gone 4 of 7 from the floor here. Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. All sorts of time. That one doesn't drop.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The three. His shot won't fall. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And the pass goes out of bounds. They'll turn it over.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
Tries a three off the inbound. And that one's good. Hord's got 10 points in the game.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Campazzo. Still without a bucket. Pass to Musa. There's a screen. Soft touch off the glass.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
1:36 left in the third quarter. Garuba with a rebound.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's his first trip to the line.
First team foul.
No good on that one.
Usman Garuba.
Good on the second one. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Horde. Here's Lloyd. Here's Gabriel. Shot clock at 6. Lloyd can't get it to go. Here's Garuba. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. With the drive. Jokibatis. Sweet little floater. 7 points in the game.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
That can't hit. 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Down low. Here's Lloyd. Launches it from deep. Garuba with a rebound. Garuba's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the screen. Here's Musa. He's got 7. From deep three-point land. Unable to get that one. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Leading by 9. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Tries the spin move. The layup misses.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Screen by Ibaka to the middle. And the jam by Ibaka.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there. Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
That's good.
One way to beat good defense, use that double clutch.
They set the pick. Inside. Here's Azonia. It's deflected.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. To the paint. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Pass to Randolph. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here we go. Off target at the rim. Out to the wing. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And the layup is good.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Here's Ibaka. Here's the break. Pass to Randolph. Five to shoot. They set the screen. Launches it. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Here's Gonzalez. Randolph grabs the miss. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Great positioning on the putback.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's all from three-point range.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Away team ball.
It's tipped. Gonzalez passes to Ibaka. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Randolph. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. Drains the triple.
Safe to say, the outcome is no longer in question.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
"35 seconds left in the game. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth. Going inside, and Azonia pulls it down. Pass to Ibaka. And so the road team gets the W in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Down out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Calathes in at the 2 guard. And the free throw, no good. Here's Calathes. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Jack passes to Tavares. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Here's Korkmaz. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Papagiannis kicks to Brown. Kicks it out to James. 5 to shoot. Launches it. And Garuba pulls it down. Tavares passes to Musa. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The drive by James. Here's Calathes. And it's off from three-point range.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Now here's James. And the layup is good.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Pass to Campazzo. They set the pick. There's the drive. Nails the baby hook.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
James, the pass to Papagiannis. In the corner, it's Calathes. Here's Korkmaz. James fires from way outside. Musa grabs the miss. James has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And the foul called on Korkmaz. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Here's Musa. To the paint. Brown knocks it away. From deep, James. Here's Papagiannis, and that one is stuffed right through.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Right wing. Musa passes to Tavares. Out to the right wing. 3-pointer. Musa can't hit.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Calathes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. To Musa. Here's Garuba. He's covered by Brown. Here's Musa.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
.141 left to play here in the first. He can't hit that time.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Calathes. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Calathes at the line for 1. After the play will be reviewed. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
He's perfect from the line this time. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Now here's James. Defense right on him. Releases. Hands the shot with nobody near him. James has got his second bucket tonight. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Musa. Tries it from the top of the key. Here's Garuba. Here's Campazzo. Here's Musa. From the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Musa's got 7 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
James kicks to Korkmaz. Back to James. That's tipped. 3 on 3. Here's Garuba. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Now here's James. He got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first quarter. Up 5. Don't go anywhere. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
They got Corniche, and it's Diallo in at the small forward position.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
To the wing right side. A three-pointer off the mark. Eunice against Ibaka. Now here's Monty Eunice. D right on him. Launches a 3. Here's Corniche. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Pass to Azania. Now Ibaka. Launches it from deep. Out left to the wing. Outside Gonzalez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now here's Monty Eunice. Down low. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Diallo, the pass to Okobo. For the 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Gonzalez. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Gonzalez has got his first points of the night. Here's Okobo. He has yet to score. Over to the wing. Pass to Diallo. Hits the three-point bomb. He has 5.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
To the right side. Outside Gonzalez. Pass to Azania. Fires from the wing. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's a Kobo. Can't hit from 12.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
From 7. Bank shot. No good. Here's Cornings. And the rejection by Ibaka. And he uses the glass on the layup. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Inside, here's a Kobo. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
56 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Azania. Offline with his 3.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Diallo. Off with the layup. They've been trailing for a few minutes here.
But that could change right here.
First personal foul. First team foul.
27 seconds left in the second quarter. Puts it up from 15.
They are really struggling from the floor.
Here's Ibaka.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
We know the draft's an inexact science, even with all that prep that goes into it. So congrats to the teams that chose these 5 rookies.
Yeah, we've seen scouting.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have this.
And that'll do it for half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Ibaka's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. And it's Garuba in at the 4-man position. Screen by James. From downtown. And Garuba pulls it down. James has gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. We've got James. Korkmaz is out there with Brown, and it's Papagiannis in at the 5. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where
the officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Deck in at the 3, the small forward. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Galathis in at the 2-guard spot.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Campazzo.
Away team ball.
James with it. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Sinks the triple.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Pass to Tavares. Here's Garuba. And the layup's good off the glass. Garuba's got 6.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's James. He has 7. Misses from close range.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Here's Deck. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Tavares. Poked away. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Korkmaz. Kicks it out to James. To the inside. Papagianni. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it. This one for 3. Over to the left wing. Pass to Deck. Second shot opportunity. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Galathis. He has 6. Outside, James. And Campazzo pulls it down.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Deck's shot is good. Deck's got 7 now in this quarter.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Galathis goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Here's Garuba. Can't get it to fall. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Got a piece of it. They're running. Here's Galathis. James. And Garuba pulls it down. Garuba's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. For the lead. Galathis grabs the board. Campazzo's gone 1 of 4 from the field. From deep, James. They get the rebound.
Third team foul. Reset. First personal foul. First team foul.
And that one misses.
For the away team. Papagiannis. 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Deck's got 9.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Calathes kicks to Korkmaz. No one near James as he lets it go. That three off the mark.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
That gives them the lead. 9 points in the game so far.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And he banks in the layup. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Pass the deck. From outside the arc, here's Garuba off target from downtown. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Leading by just 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Look, side out.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And it's Tavares in at the center position. And here is Hazonia. Shot from the top of the key. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Looking to get stops late. That kind of defense ain't going to cut it.
That's unacceptable. The hustle and focus on that end is not there for either side.
Here's a Kobo. A rebound by Hazonia. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Diallo. He's tightly guarded, and that one good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And Hazonia gets it to go.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Now here's Diallo. Defense is right there, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Diallo. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Here's a Kobo. Good on the three-point shot. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Now here's Gonzalez. To the middle. Here's the teardrop. Goes up again. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Diallo. They set the pick. Banked in off the glass. Diallo's got 7 now in this quarter.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there. How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Matiunas. In the corner, it's Diallo. Okobo looking over the floor. Shot clock at 5. Here's Corniche. Hezonja defending. Count the basket.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here he goes. Over to the wing. And here's Gonzalez. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. And it's good for 2.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Now Diallo. Pass to Corniche. Back to Diallo. Launches a 3. And it's Okobo missing. Okobo's gone 2 for 7 from the field. Offensive rebound. 1:02 left to play in the final quarter. Oh, good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Diallo. He's covered closely. It's money from deep.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Pass to Matiunas. Now Diallo. It's in!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Okobo. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Thank you for joining us.
to Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Ali LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Jokic. No good with the triple. Here's Akobo. Fires from the wing. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. Here's Lloyd. Pass to Horde. Here's Lloyd. It's on target from the high post.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
James can't get it to go. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Matajunas. Pass to Akobo. Fires for three. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Here's Lloyd. Takes the three. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now, here is James. Not a lot of room. Pass to Diallo. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Jokic. Check by James. Here's the pick. Here's Horde. Diallo outside. Here's the three. Sinks it from distance. Diallo's got 6.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. The rebound by Diallo. Here's Akobo. Here's James. It's tipped. For three. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now.
2 minutes remaining.
Cuts off the pass. And here they come. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And you can tell they're in sync right now. Expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Fires, top of the key. Yep, that one goes.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And he drives in. Count it. .116 left in the first quarter here. Oh, swiped away. Here's Lloyd. Jokic, covered by Diallo.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Substitution on the court.
1:05 left in the first. James with the rebound.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Pass to Akobo. And he converts the layup.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
Check by James. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Got a piece of it. Check by James. That one goes in.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Pass to Diallo. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. They're up by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Floats one up. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. And here comes the break. And the shot's good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's a Kobo. Here's Randolph. No points yet. On Thursday, then on Friday, these are his first. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
Taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed. There will be 2 minutes.
Worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And that misses. That would have put him up.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Guerin. Oh, what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Here's the break. It's stolen. And here they come. Pass to Akobo. Picked it out of midair. On the break. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Just 5 on the clock.
Home team foul. Number 11. First personal foul. First team foul.
The home team on D. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Akobo. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. They still need this. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And he banks in the layup.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the first half. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Trading the lead back and forth, Neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Missed inside.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
A quick shot there. It's off target.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the inside. Deflects the pass. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Pass to Randolph. Let's go with a three. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Home team foul. Randolph. First personal foul. Third team foul.
.107 left in the second quarter. Begueron. And the miss. Not the best shot selection there. Oh, swiped away. Fires the three. And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Coaches love those hit-ahead passes, advancing the ball as quickly as possible.
For 3, Diallo. Can't hit that one.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
There's the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
To stop the run. No good. And so that brings the first half to a close. Up 6. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Thanks for stopping.
Well, I think for the home team, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone start. And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the home team.
They've been choosing.
That does it for half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. James deciding where to go with it. No good with a layup. James has gone just 1 for 4 so far. Down low. And stolen by Diallo. And they're on the run. Pulls up for 3. That one's good from James on the assist from Diallo. James has got 5 now.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Into the lane. Lloyd can't get it to go. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 9.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's James. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Ward. The 3 is up. And the 3-pointer goes. Ward's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Got that one to go. Okay, now 1 for 4 to start the second half.
90 seconds into the second half now.
No debate there. He got hammered.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First one falls for him.
Okobo at the line for 2.
And so he makes both from the line. Close game here in Philadelphia. With the drive.
Away team foul. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Six on the shot clock. Lloyd knocks it down from distance.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you can hope for.
Lloyd's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Here's Akobo. He's got 11. No good on the 3. Jokic, checked by James. Jokic offline with a 3.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Ford's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Akobo gets the bucket. And what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
Here's Lloyd. Jacks up a 3. He buries it from 3. He has 7.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
There's the triple. Counted from distance.
After some misses in the first, he's making up for it now. Applying some pressure with that full court defense.
And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Both teams deciding to change it up. A minute 39 left in the third quarter. Here's Randolph, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
He didn't have his feet planted.
A minute 22 left in the third. The 3. They get it again. No good that time. Here they come with numbers in transition. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Right wing from deep. No good. He's shooting 5 for 12 so far. He makes it on the layup. Randolph's got 4 points this quarter.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
27 seconds left in the third. For 3, Diallo. That shot off. Diallo's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
This one for 3. The shot comes out. 2 on the clock. The third quarter comes to a close. Leading by 5. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And that one misses. Oh, it's stolen away. and they're on the break. Oh, there's the alley. Throw it down on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Check by James. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. All alone. Yes! He nails it!
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
From the arc. Randolph misses. James outside. That one drops for him.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
Covered by Diallo. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Intercepted. James outside. James can't get that one to fall.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Randolph. Oh, they get a hand on it. Shot on the wing. The shot misses. A deep three. The shot that time not on target. For three, Diallo. That shot, no good. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Here's Randolph. And the three off target.
Home team foul. Number 9. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's James. Takes the three. That shot off the mark.
Questionable shot selection in that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Lloyd. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. So the first one drops. And that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
You can't afford to waste any chances at this stage of the game. That means you gotta hit your free throws.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And Diallo drops them both.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
The 3-ball. Board no good. Board's gone just 1 of 5 from the floor. Here's a Kobo. The layup off target. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Horde. And he's going to the line for 2. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge. Asking for a review. This could be a big call.
And even with the coach's challenge, still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
They give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, Over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He reminded his team just how close this game is, saying, guys, we aren't out of this yet. We still have plenty of time left. Let's go out and execute our game plan, and I promise you, we will win this game. Let's see how they come out of this timeout, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Jokibatis, check by James. Jokibatis, and the shot goes in.
Wow, the finger roll. Sometimes a soft finish like that makes it even more painful for the defense.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
And it's in. And now they trail by just 4.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Here's Lloyd. 6 to shoot. Jokibatis. They get it back. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Horde. And the 3-pointer goes. 12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so they get the victory here at home. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Hezonja, and it's Campazzo in at point. Here's Tavares. Pass to Musa. 6 on the shot clock. Fires away from way outside. No good on that one. Here's Lloyd. No one near him. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Musa passes to Tavares. And that one is hammered home.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
There's the pick. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Pass to Hezonja. Takes it off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Here's Musa. Buries the long-range jumper.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Out to the right wing. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pulls up. And that one's good, boy. Here's Musa. Pass to Campazzo. Gabriel with the rebound. Driving to the basket. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Campazzo. Hezonja on the wing. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Musa. Fires high post.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sake, good luck trying to stop him now.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Musa. 1:31 left here in the opening quarter. .127 left in the first quarter of the game. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for him.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
To stop the run. .103 left in the first. Pass to Lloyd. The tray. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
They get it back, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Musa. No good from outside.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
16 seconds left in the first quarter. And Campazzo pulls it down. Here's Musa. They set the pick. And a miss there on the triple. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. They lead by 14. Stay with us. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Outside Randolph. Randolph a screen. Up and in on the layup.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And they pick up 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Right wing. Fires the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
David, you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game, it's beautiful. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Ibaka outside. Five on the clock. Out to the right wing. Screen by Ibaka. Knocks down the 3 ball. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Outside Randolph. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Randolph's got 6.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. There's 1:59 left in the first half of basketball. And there's the drive, and Randolph throws it down.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
First personal foul, second team foul.
On defense, the home team. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Back to Gonzalez. Trying his luck from deep. They get it back. Fires for 3. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. With the drive. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Ibaka, the pass to Gonzalez. Randolph grabs the board.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
27 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Bucket is good.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Picked by Randolph. Fires from deep. Can't hit that one. Deck passes to Gonzalez. Here's Deck. That will count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Delivering the blowout. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in? Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously a lot of work to do for the visiting team. And that'll do it for halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's Campazzo. Nothing on the board. Driving to the basket. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. From deep three-point land. Musa can't hit.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
He's got Hazonia, and it's Tavares in at the 5, home in the paint. Here's Campazzo. The baseline J off the mark.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
From past the arc, drills the three-pointer. He's got 9.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Hazonia. Knocked loose. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Horde. Puts up a 3. No good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
There's the pick. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Just 5 on the clock. Campazzo's shot is off.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Away team foul.
On Wednesday, then on Wednesday.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man-to-man, man, it's hard.
Fires top of the key. Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Shots good by Horde.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
They swipe it. Here's Lloyd. 13 points in the game. Jokic. No good on the 3. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Garuba the pass to Hazonia.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Unloads. Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got 7 rebounds in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Jokic, Hazonia defending. And Campazzo pulls it down.
His touch from mid-range, and that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Right wing. Here's Musa. And the three off target.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Down low. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lesson.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Pass to Campazzo. .56 seconds left here in the third quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Campazzo's got his first basket of the night.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And that one's good, boy.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Here's Garuba. Those three-pointers off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And they recover it. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Lloyd. No good off the spin.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Up in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
It doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Hazonia, and it's Campazzo in at the 1. Here's Garuba. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. And now here's Hazonia. He's guarded closer. Shot from the wing. That's good on the jump shot. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. There's a good screen. Driving the lane.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Jokic out to the right wing. Misses the three. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Randolph inside, and it's in there.
You want to settle for something going away from the basket, aggressive with the finger roll.
Randolph's gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just one miss.
Home team foul. Number 9. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Musa passes to Ibaka. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And he makes the first.
For the away team, number 6, at the line for 2.
That one misses. Picked off in midair. Over to the wing. Here's Musa, and he dunks it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Randolph. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Plays it up and banks it in. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Musa grabs the miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play. Well, he had a wide open shot, but instead he tried to do a crowd-pleasing circus act there, and as much as I like juggling, that's not effective.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
The turnaround jumper. Count it.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Ibaka outside. And he banks in the layup.
Now, good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Outside Randolph. Tries it from 19. Good as the jump shot falls.
He is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance.
Welcome, folks, and what better way to celebrate the end of the week? Friday night basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point guard position. Here's Hazonia. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is James. Drives to the hoop, pass to Korkmaz, and that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Shot clock at 6. There's a screen, and there's James from the arc. And he dunks it down.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Garuba. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Brown, that's good.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Garuba passes to Campazzo. It's stolen by James. Off target at the rim.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Campazzo off target from outside. James outside for 3. They grab their own miss. They swipe it. Here's Musa. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
I guess you don't need 2 hands when one will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Here's Kalathis. There's a screen. And there's the drive. Out to James. Korkmaz passes to James. Buries it from 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
James has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Hazonia. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Campazzo with a steal. Here's Musa. And the finish on the break with the slam.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Here's Calathes. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first. Pass to Brown. It's James on the wing. And it's off from three-point range.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And the free throw, no good. Outside, Brown. Puts up a three. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. 1:10 left in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's Hezonja. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Calathes. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to James. Looking to win the run. And the layup is good.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Campazzo. Takes it inside. Brown with the block. In transition, here they come. And Hezonja pulls it down. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Musa. James with a steal. Here's Calathes. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. That's a flagrant one foul.
Ooh, hard foul. Can't let him get away with that level of contact.
That's a simple call for the officials to make. Everyone knows the league is cracking down on that kind of intimidation tactic. And the second free throw is good. Now, here is James. Driving inside. Blocked. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Leading by a point. And quarter number 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
He takes it in, and there's the rejection. Lets it go from the wing. Offensive rebound. Pass to Okobo. Lets the three fly. Sinks the tray.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Gonzalez. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Okobo, and it's in there. 5 points in the game. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Here's Gonzalez. The open J off the mark.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Diallo right side. Pass to Okobo. Just 5 to shoot. Driving to the basket. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ibaka. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Offensive board. Diallo. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Screen by Deck. Shot to stop the run, and he lays it up and in. Deck's got his first basket.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there. Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Pass to Gonzalez. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Screen by Deck. Another shot. It's hauled in by Okobo.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Matajunas. Pass to Okobo. For 3, Diallo. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And he stays with it. To the wing on the left. Here's Okobo. Give him 8 points now. No good with the triple. 1:43 left to play in the first half. Offline with a 3. Here he goes. It's scooped up. Out to the right wing. Second shot opportunity. And the jumper is on the mark. He's got 10.
Kick to the outside. Heads-up play. Cognizant of the entire floor.
Pass to Deck. There's a minute 12 left in the second. Sends it home from three-point land. Deck's got his second basket on the night.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Diallo on the take. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Back to Deck. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Ibaka. Second chance effort. Deck. That's good. Deck's got 7 points here in the quarter.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Okobo. The 3.
Come on.
Ball is turned over. Away team ball.
Well, we got a close game here in Los Angeles. Fires the 3. The offensive rebound. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the... And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
People were worried.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
Stands.
To adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Ibaka. There's 10 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And he gets it to go.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Here's Deck. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Taking a look at the visitors, hey, their spirits are high. They have a chance to start the season on a winning streak, build up that momentum.
And let's jump back now to our featured game. What a tight one so far for the home team.
Total.
That's it for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Here's Campazzo. Out left to the wing. From 8 feet. And the layup is good off the glass.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point. Count it. Good. Uses the glass on the layup. Campazzo's gotten his second bucket of the game.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Now, here is James. He's guarded closely. There's the three. No good there. James has gone just 1 of 5 from deep here. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Musa, no good. Here's Calathis, driving in. Banked it in off the glass. Calathis has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Musa. Pass to Garuba. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And stolen by Brown. And they're running. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 6 points for him.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Here's Musa. Back to Campazzo. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. And stolen by Brown. James deciding where to go with it. Launches it. And he jams it home with authority.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
1:46 left in the third quarter. Here's Calathis. He's got 5. he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Azonia. He shoots. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. 1:10 left in the third quarter. James outside. Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
To the left wing. Releases. Pass to Musa. Here's Campazzo. Check by James. It's 2-on-1. He launches a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. James has got 10 points.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here's the fast break. Here's Calathis. The putback. And no good. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 10. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the 1 spot.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Garuba. Lets it go from deep. It doesn't go for him. Garuba's gone 2 of 5 from the field here. It's James on the wing. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's a Kobo. No good on the quick 3. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. To the wing, right side. 6 to shoot, Corneli. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
First personal foul, second team.
And that one misses. To the right side. Here's a Kobo. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Mata Yunus. Back to Diallo. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Diallo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire. Just magnificent. I mean, he punishes the D for lackluster effort.
They look a little disorganized there. The result is an emphatic jam.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Here's a Kobo to the paint. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Top of the key. Deck. That's good.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Oh, got a piece of it. To the inside. And the jam by Ibaka.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
There's a screen. Here's a Kobo. Here's Mata-Yunus. 5 to shoot. Corneli drains the triple.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Here's Deck. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Deck's got 11 points here in the second half.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Ibaka for 3. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Got it in deep, and that's how you do it.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Covered by Diallo. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Going inside. And the layup is good off the glass.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Shoots it from the corner. The rebound by Corneli. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Robbed. Now here's Ibaka. Defense is right there.
Assist goes to Ibaka.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Number 6.
And they recover it. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg.
That time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Gabriel, and at last they get one to fall.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
Here's James. Missed inside. Here's Horde. Jokibitis. James covering. Pass to Lloyd. Trains the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. James, the pass to Calathis. James dishes to Brown. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you want to be aggressive and get the other guys on their heels.
Jokibitis, here he goes, and it's good, 2 points.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
Brown outside. And it's off from three-point range. Jokibitis, James covering. Pass to Horde. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gabriel. Bangs home the trifecta. Gabriel's got 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
James looking it over. And the dunk by James.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Shot's good by Horde.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here's James. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Off target at the rim. And here in January, a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others not so much. They're holding tight, still looking for ways to move up.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineups, but so far they just keep getting the same results.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
No problem knocking that one down. He has 5.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Calathes kicks to Papagiannis. There's 1:38 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Calathes, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Lloyd. For the 3. The rebound by James. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And the basket by Papagiannis.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now, here's James. Takes it inside, and James throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Randolph can't hit. 4 seconds separating the shot game clocks. Here's Calathes. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. James defending. Outside Randolph. And again, unable to change momentum here. It's Brown on the wing. No good from outside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. They lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Corniche is out there with Diallo. And it's Moniunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Both good from the line that time. They've got Corniche, and it's Diallo in at the 3, the small forward. Cohen covered by Moniunas. 6 to shoot. Here's Cohen, banked in off the glass.
Well, this is why you watch the floor at all times. The best shot can appear in the middle of your own.
Here's a Kobo. Drives to the hoop. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kobo's got his first bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Cohen. Lays it up off the glass.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Out to the right wing. Here's Corniche. No good on the triple. Here's the break. Here's the pick. Randolph inside. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's a Kobo. He's covered by Randolph. Lets it go. Misses the jumper.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Connects from three-point range. Randolph's got 6 points in the quarter.
It took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Kobo. Here's Diallo. Traps in the tray.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Outside Randolph. The three. Madiunas grabs the miss. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Diallo. Fires the three. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Randolph. No good with the triple. Randolph's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Kobo. That's good. Kobo's got 5.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Pass to Randolph. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3 points.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on the roll.
Going inside. Yep, it counts.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
This one for 3. There's 1:26 left now here in the second. Madiunas with the steal. And here we go. Diallo, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Randolph up top. Out to the wing. Launches it. Hayes with the rebound. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Randolph. A 3. Buries it from three-point range. Randolph's got 12 now in this quarter.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
26 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Lloyd. Top of the key jumper, no good.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Here's a Kobo. Into the lane, and he makes good on the layup. 8 points for him.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Got it off in time. The shot, no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Up 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hello, everyone. What do you think about our Eastern Conference winner?
He's been their catalyst when they need a bucket or they need someone to make a play. They found an advantage in the painted area, and they're exploiting it. I just say keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, please don't fix it.
And that's a halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's Calathes in at the 2. Lets the 3 fly. And that one's good. Boy. Lloyd's got his second basket of the night.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Back to James. Lets it go from deep. He takes it in. It's good. Papagiannis has got 5.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5. Calathes passes to Brown. Here's Calathes. Back to James. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Brown. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession on Sunday and then on Thursday.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
They've got James. Brown out there with Korkmaz. And it's Papagiannis in at the center, filling out the middle. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Pass to Lloyd. To the inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
James with it. Here's Calathes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Korkmaz. Shoots. It doesn't go for him.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Lloyd the pass to Horde. Lots of room. Lloyd can't hit.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you. Pass to Gabriel. There's the screen. Takes the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Cuts off the pass. Pass break. Here we go. Trips down the breakaway slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Brown, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. 1 more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. 3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Papagiannis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Papagiannis has got 8.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything. No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That one is off.
At the line for 2, Calathes.
And the second free throw, good. Randolph, a screen on James. Takes it off the glass.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Papagiannis can't hit. Pass to Randolph. Kicked by Randolph. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by James. James has got 5 rebounds tonight. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Korkmaz no good. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. A pull-up. And that one drops for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Papagiannis. A 3-pointer off the mark. James covering. There's the 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 17. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Round out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Inside. Stolen by Randolph. Here's the break. Stolen. James, the pass to Papagiannis. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
3-pointer. It's hauled in by Brock. A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. From deep, James. That one misses.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Here's the 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Randolph, a screen on James. Pass to Randolph. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Randolph's gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Yeah, because we want to see the finish, don't we? You want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where the excitement happens.
Back to Diallo. Just 3 to shoot. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here's Lloyd. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
To the right side. Now Diallo. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
A slam dunk by Diallo.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Plenty of space. Lloyd, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Diallo, no good. Diallo's gotten just 2 of his 7 attempts from deep to fall here. Here's Gabriel. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
Clock at 2. Jokic. And the 3 off target. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. After Okobo jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Lloyd. The visiting club takes the win on the road. And in the win, a comfortable win.